Welcome to today's video. So, like I said the other day, it's gonna be a little different video today. A couple days ago it was 80 degrees outside. 80 effing degrees. Today, you see I'm in a hoodie, right? And in the state of Oklahoma, this is how fast shit can change. So, I literally was like, it's okay. It's alright. I'll leave the Corvette outside tonight and you know, hope it doesn't rain. Well, not only did it not rain, that's all ice. All of it. It's all ice. Look how droopy my tree is. Look at the Corvette. Well, the battery went dead. Anyway, like I was saying, the weather changed dramatically. So what I had to do is I ended up having to clean out my garage, and when I say clean out, I mean more like make room for the Corvette. So since I can't make it to the shop because the roads were terrible, so on and so forth, I figured why not work on the Vette. I've been trying to get the hood wrapped in carbon fiber. Been wanting to do that for a couple weeks now. So I think tonight, why not? Let's just wrap it up, you know? We'll just do that. So I'm gonna take you along for the ride. We're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. I may try to get the mirrors done too. Depends on how tired and, you know, hungry and fat I get it during all this, but let's see what happens. All right, so what I've done is I went ahead and cleaned, like the car was covered in ice, obviously, because it sucked outside. It was really cold. But I went ahead and got it cleaned off, and I blew off all underneath here, and it's still kind of wet, actually, I think. Is that wet? Is that water? Is that water? Nope, it's not water. So I went ahead and got all this dried off, blew it off, took a heat gun and got it all cleaned up. And if you can't see it, there's a couple of little scratches in the hood of this thing, and they were there when I got it. And so I'm just gonna wrap the damn thing. So let me go grab some wrap and some stuff like that, and let's do it. All right, so here's our roll of carbon fiber. There's our roll of carbon fiber. It looks really good. Really good. So we're gonna lay this out, see if we can get a piece cut for the hood, and try to get this thing wrapped up, I'm hoping. Like I said, I'm no professional rapper, and we're just gonna kind of wing this. So we really lucked out because the height of the carbon fiber, or the width, whatever which one you want to call it when it's standing up in the roll, they call it 60 inches tall or width, whatever. It's 60 inches, and it is dang close on the edges. Now you gotta remember, this stuff is gonna stretch out just a smidge and roll that lip. So we got really lucky to the fact that we can lay this down and not have to waste a whole bunch. When I say waste a bunch, you really wouldn't waste a whole lot if you were to turn it and just, I mean, you're only wasting an inch, you know. But we're gonna try it this way, and just remember guys, whenever you're doing this, try not to ruin the extra that's left over, because I'm gonna take this extra that follows this hood line right here, and I'm gonna cover those mirrors in it. So not only is this one 60 by 63 inch piece gonna do the hood, it's gonna do both mirrors. So remember, try to save as much as you can. All right, just give you a little rundown. What you gotta do is you gotta get that surface, whatever you're wrapping, get some denatured alcohol, or not denatured alcohol, I'm sorry. You're gonna have to get basically rubbing alcohol, which is like a 70-30 mix, and get that surface really clean. And what I like to do is I peel back a corner like that and make sure that all of your surface area can be covered. So that way you don't start wrapping something, and if you start wrapping it and you ain't got enough, that sucks. Trust me, I know this. I know this by first-hand experience, because I have screwed up some shit. So just make sure you have enough coverage area. Like, see on this side, that is gonna cover that hood immaculately. So I'm gonna actually scoot it over that way, because this side This side is barely covering, so I'm just gonna scoot it just a smidge like that. And, oh, and this comes with the protective coating on it. So I like to kind of leave that on there until I can get it started through the whole thing, like in the middle. Definitely start in the middle and work your way out. That way you're not putting a whole lot of tension on the edges. And I'll show you guys that. And if y'all need to know any more about wrapping, Chris, go see CK Wraps, ckwraps.com or CK Wraps on YouTube. Chris, that dude knows what the hell he's doing. And that's actually how I learned how to do this. And if you can see, I started wrapping the BMW, and then, like I said, I decided not to use the BMW. So I'm gonna do this hood and the mirrors and the wing. Obviously not all tonight, because I'm lazy. But I'm gonna do at least the hood tonight. And I'm gonna show you guys how that's done. And I'm gonna show you how you can start in the middle, work your way to these outsides, and you can stretch and pull and do other things. And then once you get close to the edge, or at least 2 inches from the edge or 3 inches from the edge, let that film relax and roll over itself. That way it doesn't pull back or shrink. So I'll show you. I'm gonna kind of get this laid out a little bit more, and then I'll show you guys. All right, guys, I got you guys set up. I'm gonna try to lay this out the best I can. Because, like I said, I've only done this a handful of times, so this may take me more than once. We'll see what happens. Who knows? I like to talk with my hands, like this. Bam! But we're gonna try to lay this out. So what I like to do is I like to start, pull that edge and lay it and try to get it as, they call it glossing or glazing, or wait, they call it something where you can get it straight. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna try that. So what I like to do is go ahead and start pulling it off. And it is kind of cold out here. I don't know if that's gonna create a huge problem or if it's gonna help. But I know whenever you add heat to this stuff, it activates, it basically activates the adhesive. Same thing with pressure. When you apply pressure to it with heat, it basically activates the adhesive, from what I understand. But once you get that off, just make sure you fold this up. Don't just wad it up, throw it on the floor. It's not gonna go anywhere. It's not gonna like just straight stick to it. So you got time to fold it up, put it away. But they call this, I think they call it glossing or glassing, maybe? I'm not real sure. But this stuff is super low tack, and you can pull it. Oh, and what else you guys are gonna need is I like to go ahead and get my, you only need one razor. I don't really use these, but a good squeegee with a nice felt, a nice towel. Some people use gloves. Chris with CK Wraps, he uses a glove, so do I, and I use these. This right here. This thing is like 80 cents at Hobby Lobby. Ow, 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 ow. So just get these, work great. Or you can use these, doesn't matter. But they call it glassing or glossing. So you start in the middle and you just start fanning it out and everything else. Try not to use any heat whenever you guys are doing this. Do as much as you possibly can without heating it, and it will stick a whole lot better and stay. So like I did say, this has a protective coating on it right here. So I try to get it as laid out as possible. This film will stretch, and you can heat it and stretch it and pull it. and you see how it's right there, it's missing right there, I will get that to stretch over and pull. But I try to leave this on for as much as I possibly can so you don't scratch up the film. So let me go ahead and start getting this glassed out, and I'll pick up the camera as soon as I get it to the point where I feel like I can hold it, the camera, and do it. Well, let me show you. I started getting the glass out, it was looking good and everything else. The air bubbles I gave up, because let me show you. And this is kind of the stuff you need to look out for. You can't look, you can't see anything on there except for focus, except for this little dot and this little dot. But whenever I started to pull it back up, it's actually cut right there. See that? So this piece is ruined. We got to cut another one. Good news is this will do the wing and some other stuff for the roof and everything else. So let me start over. Alright, like I said, I am no professional at this, but it's turning out just fine. Got a couple little bubbles and stuff that I need to take care of, but it's turning out mighty fine. Mighty fine. Give me a couple more minutes. Dang, my hair look crazy. Give me a couple more minutes and go from there. Now since we've got it all laid out and laid out pretty flat, as y'all can see, now you've got to take and cut. You got to cut around this, and what I like to do is I like to take the finger width. Like you better freaking focus. Hello, focus. Anyway, I like to take a finger width and put your fingernail on that crease. Okay, that's not gonna focus. Please hold. Well, it turned out okay. It turned out all right, but it ripped on me right there. So I'm gonna be going to the shop. I've got this was just a cheap eBay vinyl. I was just trying it out. I've got the better stuff at the shop, so I'm gonna tear this off tomorrow and redo it. But as you can see, it turned out great. The shine is great. The vinyl is great. It's just too cold in my garage to really try to do this in the cold. It needs to be kind of warm. It needs to be a good 70 degrees. That way it's flexible and pliable. Whenever you try to do this in a cold 50-degree climate, it gets brittle. So not only did it tear over there, it tore there and tore there. So we're gonna be ripping this off tomorrow and doing it again. But other than that, what y'all think? Looks pretty good. Leave down in the comments what you think about that. But like I said, we're gonna be redoing it tomorrow. And I'm going to bed. So we'll see you guys in the morning or in like a second. So we have trees and everything falling down in Oklahoma City. Probably not gonna make it to the shop. Probably just gonna stay at home and do some more wrapping on the Vette, because I don't want to die. All right, I made it to 7-Eleven, and this is what's all over Oklahoma City right now. Look at that. Usually we don't have an ice storm until usually right around the end of, well, probably like the middle or end of November. And since it's happened in the middle of October, the leaves and stuff have not had a chance to fall off the tree. So when it ices with leaves on it, it holds more ice. And you know, the scientific study shows that the whole thing will fall. There you go. We're headed to pick up my kid. I hate driving in this stuff. But listen, if you guys ever come to Oklahoma and you get stuck in an ice storm, just remember, don't drive underneath the power wires, because let me see if I can find you one. You see too many houses? Yeah, Bubba's got an icy back there. But if you drive underneath these power lines, didn't my dad buy me ice? I did buy you an ice. Yeah, if you drive under these power lines heat up. And when they heat up, they start to drop these big old honking chunks of ice. And I'm trying to catch one for you guys. But anyway, they drop these massive 1/2 inch or 1 inch pieces of ice on your car. And it breaks windows and windshields and so on and so forth. So just remember, drive in the middle. I hate driving under them. I hate driving under them. Holy crap. Alright, so this is my daughter's neighborhood. This is where baby mama drama happens. And yeah, I said baby mama drama.
You're talking about Bellamy.
I am talking about Bellamy. There's a limb laying in the deal. Look at all these limbs already. This one ain't, this neighborhood ain't as bad as mine. Oh my gosh, look at this big old tree. I'm scared to drive. Go, go, go.
Oh, that was fast, Dad.
That was fast, wasn't it? Look at these. All these tree limbs and stuff down. It's a bunch. Well, we can't go this way because I got a big old honking truck. It's very wintry, blasty here.
And I did my Halloween.
That's her house right there. In case you want to know the address.
Dad, it's literally said the address. Like you didn't even show me my awesome makeup.
Well, you've said it about 14 times, so let me say it. Look, there's her awesome makeup. Okay.
That I did all by myself.
There you go. Everyone sees it now.
Look at it.
Yep, there it is. There's Charlie, cute boy.
And do you like cheese?
And
do you like cheese?
Put it in the put it in the comments if you like cheese, I guess. Wow! Alright guys, I'm back in the garage. I'm gonna redo this wrap. I don't like it. Cause like I said, it ripped right here. You can see it right there. And since this is a really expensive ass car, I think I'm just gonna not leave it like this. I was gonna leave it and put like a sticker on it, but dude, that's completely half-assed. So we're not doing that. Oh, I'm gonna spend my time redoing this, and I've tried to get my garage. About as warm as I possibly can, so this wrap doesn't ruin. But who knows? Dang, almost forgot. I was gonna record, but then I forgot to record. Anyway, I'm gonna take this off and kind of show you how to do it and which way is the easiest. So a lot of people just try to pull it off, but then it does this. When it's kind of cold, it rips. See how it just rips off? That will leave glue and residue and everything all over your paint. So throw that aside. The best way to do it, heat it up. Heat it up, and I'm just gonna kind of heat it up so I can show you how to do it, and then I'm just gonna set the camera down and do it. But if you heat it up, then it actually pulls off where it doesn't junk your stuff. And you can get it off in one piece, but you kind of get the idea. So I'm gonna kind of just do this real quick, and I'll pick up the camera in just a second. Ah, ugh. Anyway, ugh. Something's sticky on me. Something's sticky on me. Anyway, we ended up getting it rewrapped last night. It's a new day, by the way. We got it rewrapped last night, and boy, it already got dirty. We got to mother flipping, mother humming, mother flicking, flop, flap, 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 flop. We are going to do something with this. I may put you guys on a time lapse, or set it down, or maybe focus, and then maybe put it somewhere where y'all can see me, or something. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Or I could just knock the shit out and get done with it and then show you the afterwards. That's what I'm gonna do. So stay tuned. Okay, well, I just realized the time. It's like almost 10 o'clock at night. So I am going to finish this up, but before, I'm gonna go ahead and try to get this video out for you guys. And I know it's probably gonna be short, and it's probably gonna be crappy, but it's something. It's something. We're stuck in the house. There's a big old ice storm. Things are falling. The trees are crashing and killing animals. And I'm kidding. They're not killing animals, because that would be bad. Don't do that. Don't kill animals. Mother Nature, don't kill animals. And on that note, I can't take my big ass home because my big ass is home. So, let's go with. We'll see you guys in the morning. Peace.